Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while since I've uploaded, but I've been really busy, had a lot going on. I've been moving, and with coronavirus, I don't want to go outside any more than I have to. So it has been a while, and I apologize for that. But today I wanted to do a review on some art that I had received. So as some of you may or may not know, India isn't really known for having great customer service. So I want to make a completely separate video just about my experiences that I've had with that. But today I just want to address the art that I received. Okay, so just to let you have some background on this, this was not ordered by me, this was a surprise. So I didn't know of any of the events that were taking place before this. But now that I know about the surprise and with the situation that occurred, I have all those text messages, so I'd like to let you know kind of what happened here. So on Saturday, July 4th, the person who ordered this artwork for me contacted the person selling it. And I'm sorry I keep looking down, but I have the text here, so I'm reading for accuracy. So this was on July 4th, like I said, and he had found her online and saw some of her artwork and reached out to her via WhatsApp. And they talked about the different mediums that she had, which was charcoal and watercolor. He decided that he wanted charcoal. So in the prices, she said charcoal would be $2,000 with a 500 rupee shipping fees. So he went ahead and agreed to that, and for some reason the price went up to $3,000. I'm not really sure why, but he went ahead and paid that and sent a picture of me that he wanted to be created in the medium. So once that picture was sent and she received the money, she went ahead and started working on it. Now she said it takes between 2 and 3 days to get the artwork done, but on July 5th, she texted at 8:30 p.m. and sent the very first photo. So he looked at the photo of the artwork and he didn't like it. I'm going to show you here. He said that the face was a little bit large. Could she possibly slim it down? So the next 2 days went by and it was edited. On July 7th, she contacted again and she sent the second version of the photo. So she said that she was going to send it shortly. She didn't ask if he liked it or anything like that. She just said she sent the photo and said, I'll send it shortly. Okay, no problem. The face really didn't look anything like me. This is what it looks like after the second edit. She asked if he wanted more than one. He said no, and then apparently she sent it. So this was sent on July 8th. My actual birthday was on July 8th, so I'd been told I was getting a surprise, but it would take a few days. We didn't receive the item until July 21st. So then this is when I became aware of the complete situation. So I'm going to show you some images here. And all of these are the photos of what we received the package like, and I actually have it here to show you. So I'll show you, I'll get to that in just a minute. But so we received the package like that and we were shocked, because anybody who knows you're sending artwork, you wouldn't send something in a container that was not even more sturdy than the paper that the artwork is on. So first thing that we noticed, obviously, was that it was completely crumbled up. So we opened it up and realized it actually ended up being wet on the inside. So we looked at the outside of the package and you could see some water spots, and we were just totally confused. So I personally reached back out to her and I didn't say anything. I just sent the images to her and said, well, I didn't say anything. I just sent the images to her and she texted me back with a bunch of emojis. She was upset, and then she said, "Are you serious?" So she didn't understand how it happened. And you know, at first everything was like really polite. I was still confused and I didn't understand how she thought it would be a good idea to send the artwork in the envelope that she did. So I'm still a little confused about what's going to happen now. I'm assuming that she would maybe refund it, or I don't really know what I thought she might do. So then she replied back and said she's filing a complaint with the courier company, and that she wanted me to also file a complaint with the courier company. So she sent me the link to the courier company. I went online, I started to look how to file a complaint, and it said the complaint needed to be filed by the sender. So I got back a hold of her and I said, I'm sorry, but I can't file a complaint. It needs to be filed by the person who sent the artwork. And it's even watery and wet because I hadn't explained that part to her yet. So she said, the courier company will have to reimburse the amount, and we are filing the complaint right away. Is it possible for you to turn it and iron the sketch, keeping a dry cloth above? Try to see if it can come back to shape. I know this isn't ideal, but at least try. I'm absolutely broken because this was such a beautiful sketch and one of the best artworks. And I said, I'm sorry, it's also wet and I don't know if I should iron it or not. And I didn't even have an iron at that time. I said, so they're going to reimburse you or they're going to reimburse me? And she replied back and said, this is our first complaint. I have never experienced this before, so I'm filing a complaint and let's see what happens. So at that point, I kind of got a little upset because I felt like she didn't understand that she had done anything improper. So here is the envelope that it was sent in. And as you can see, it's just a very thin piece of paper with a little bit of a wax coating. And you can see here how the water smeared it. And I mean, there's really not much to it. It has this, I guess it's like an air bubble or something like that. I'm not exactly sure what that would be for a picture. So it does say on the bottom, handle with care, do not bend. And it says, let's see, 1 second. It was not sent until July 16th. So she had sent that text message that she was going to send it as soon as possible. And my birthday was on July 8th. She didn't even send it until 8 days after that. And it took 4 days to get to me. So if she would have sent it at the time that she said she was going to send it, we would have gotten it between the 12th and the 13th. I'm not really upset about that. That's not the part that is making me irritated with it. I'm just irritated that she would send a piece of paper inside. This is the piece of paper inside of something like this. So I said to her, I'm sorry that this has happened, but I feel like you're responsible. You sent a piece of paper to me in a paper envelope and you thought that it was going to travel, I believe it's over 1,000 miles from Goa to the place that I was staying at, in a piece of paper like that. So then she gets upset with me and she says that she is not going to reimburse the money. Actually, let me look at the exact text message. I said I waited, so many days and it took over 13 days for it to be sent to us. The product's destroyed and I feel like that you should refund me and then you deal with the complaint later. I didn't really comment on the quality of the work. I hadn't even really looked at it, to be honest. I was more upset that I received it in the condition than I did. So I hadn't really looked at it and I said, how are you going to resolve this with me? You can go ahead and do what you need to do. She said, you gave me the order on July 4th and on the 5th we completed the order. We did it as a priority and it usually takes 2 to 3 business days. But due to COVID, we cannot courier in the state because of lockdown. So, okay, I understand the shipping time. So that was cleared. I understood that part. No longer upset about how long it took. Just worried about the packaging. So she says, if you're asking the artist for a refund, that is impossible. The art materials, our time to do the artwork, and courier charges. Please bear with me. I'm filing the complaint. So then I got really upset because you're just completely blowing me off and not acknowledging the fact that you packaged it wrong. And I didn't want to be rude, so I was just trying to keep calm as best as I could. And I just said to her, it's your responsibility. You're the one that's at fault. They have tubes you send artwork in and you didn't use that channel. Instead, you decided to send it in a paper envelope. And I feel like you're at fault for that. So she wrote back and then she numbered her sentences. 1, I have filed the complaint and I will handle it. Don't worry about that. 2, I will redo the artwork and send it to you if you can help me out with 500 more rupees, because I can't bear the charges and the materials are expensive. So then it went on to a bunch of rambling, but I'll just sum it up for you. I told her that I was moving. I didn't have time to wait for a new one. By that time, I had inspected the artwork, and that's where I want to go with this now. So that's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about the artwork. So after we first started having this conversation, everything was all about the packaging, not so much if it looked like me or not. It wasn't about that to me. It was special because someone was getting it for me as a surprise, and I wanted what I paid for. So once we started talking and I actually opened this up and I started looking at it, I realized that it didn't seem like it was made with charcoal. So if you rub your finger along it, it's not smearing, it's not moving, and it's leaving no residue on my finger. So there's no way that this is actually charcoal. So then I thought, well, maybe she drew it with a pencil or something like that. So let's concentrate here on the face, and I try to erase it and nothing is coming off. It's not smearing. You can do it to a darker area. It's not smearing and it's not erasing. It's staying there. So that's how I came to the realization that this is actually printed out. I feel like she took the photo, put it on the computer, and used a program and gave me a cheap version. So I never addressed that with her. So at this point, she was being absolutely ridiculous and unprofessional, and there was no way that I was gonna have a decent conversation with her. So I just let her know, if you don't want to refund me and you don't want to admit that you were wrong, I mean, and not even a full refund, just maybe half or something. Something. I don't know exactly what she should have done because I don't have a business. So that's not something that I deal with on a regular basis, but I just feel like some alternative should have been given. So then she starts telling me that she wants to send it to me again. And like I said, I know that this is printed out on a computer. I've tried to erase it. I've tried to smudge it. It won't go anywhere. So I don't want another one at this point. At this point, I just wanted a refund and that was it. So I told her that's what I wanted. She refused again. And I told her, okay, no problem. I will make sure that I leave a review. And that's not threatening or blackmailing anyone. And that's what she was trying to insinuate, that I was trying to blackmail her. And I told her, I said, no, I just don't think it's fair that you would give this to someone and then have them be responsible for the damage because you were irresponsible. So then she called me on the phone. So she calls me on the phone and I say hello. As soon as I pick up the phone, she's yelling. And she said, I'm not exactly sure her words, so don't quote me on this, but it was something to the extent of, don't try to ruin my business, something, something. And I immediately raised my voice and I said, don't call me and try to intimidate me against leaving a review. I would have left a review if it would have been 5-star, and I would have left a review if it was 1-star. It doesn't matter. I am a review person. I always have been. And since I have this outlet of YouTube, I wanted to put the review here because once this conversation had ended, I went onto Facebook to leave a review underneath the drawing because she posts all of the pictures that she draws on her Facebook. So I posted underneath and I said, I don't like the photo and this is exactly what happened. She replied to it and then she deleted it. I had copied and pasted it and put it in my notes because I had a feeling, because a lot of times when you have people who don't know very good customer service, they will do things like that. So I copied it and I pasted it in my notes, and I went back and I put it again. She deleted it again. I went to the review section of her Facebook and tried to leave a review, and she deleted the review section off of her Facebook page. So that is an option. You can go through and decide whether you want to have reviews or not. So I didn't know what else to do, so I went to Instagram. I put it on my Instagram and I tagged her in it, but then I blocked her immediately so that she wouldn't be able to see the tag and she wouldn't be able to delete it. And then I also went to Google and I left a Google there. Well, she reported the Google review several times. I had to continue to try to post. I finally contacted Google through their customer service email address, and I let them know that this woman was deleting the reviews. She was hiding the photos that I had posted, and I wasn't being rude. I was being 100% honest. And at that point, and still till now, I have never told her that I know that this is printed from a computer. So she will see it now, because I ended up not being able to leave a review anywhere because the woman continuously reported it and continuously deleted it, to the point that I had to post it on my personal page. And when I did that, she commented there, and I deleted the comment as she deleted mine. But she came there and said I was ridiculous and that it was my fault somehow and all these things. So I ended up deleting that, and I put in there that I would be putting it on YouTube, because it's the only way that I can put a review in public, that if someone Googles her business name, they might be able to see this. And I feel like, you know, as I said in the beginning of the video, a customer service here suffers a lot because people don't demand great customer service, and people here don't know how to handle it. And then that's not all people, but a majority of the time. And this lady could not take the criticism, and she did not want the truth to be out there. So like I said, again, here's my fingers. This is not charcoal. This is not drawn with a pencil. This is printed from a computer. So the only way I was able to satisfy myself with that conclusion is, like, I tested it with my finger, and I tried to erase it. I had told her about this on the 21st, and I'm sorry, but I'm trying to find... Let me find it. She says on the 21st at 5:54 p.m., I am working very hard on a new sketch. Allow me time, please. I told her I did not want another sketch. And this went on for a long time. She continuously said, I'll send another one. I send another one. I told her I'm going to write a review. But in that review, I will include that you did offer to send me another one, and I'm refusing it. So we go on from there, and she's just talking about how much her supplies cost. And even if it were charcoal or pencil, we all know how much charcoal costs. So then she says at the bottom, at 7:02 p.m., which was 2 hours after I initially contacted her, that she had completed the new drawing and she was going to send it to me. I finally said to her, I'm going to review it. And since you want to continuously delete my reviews, it will be on YouTube in the next couple weeks. And then I had to block the business. And that is the first time I've ever had to block a business, but that's how I ended up having to work with it. And I gave her time. I'm still in contact with the people that I used to live with, and I'm only 30 minutes away. I told them that something may or may not be coming, and it has been since July 21st. It is now August 13th. A new one never arrived. My reviews still are being reported and trying to be taken down. And she has blocked me on Facebook, so I have no way to even see if the review section is back up. So I said I would put it here. So that is my review, and I just wanted to put it out there because I believe that customer service in a business is key. If you can't satisfy your customers, then you shouldn't have a business. Maybe I said something wrong by asking her for a full refund. I know it does take time and all that stuff, but at this point now we know that it was fake artwork to begin with. It was not charcoal. It was not pencil. She sent it in something that was not the proper shipping method for somebody sending artwork, and she was just completely rude. So I wanted to make this video so I could put the word out there. She can't delete it. There's nothing she can do about it. And everybody who Googles her might be able to have a chance to see that they might be in a situation like this. Now, I see that she does have good reviews, and I believe those are for people in person, you know, people who go in for artwork, and I'm sure that she does a great job. This picture doesn't look anything like me. It's terrible. But art is a perception, and I'm not going to dog on her for that. I have seen her other pieces of art. They're not all so bad. I mean, some of them could do a little bit better, but they're not that bad. And I believe that if she would have been honest and fair, This would have been beautiful, and I would have put it in a frame, and I would have hung it, and I would have cherished it and kept it forever because it was a special gift for me. So next time I will be doing a video about customer service, about a lot of incidents that I experience here. And it's one of those things that needs to be addressed, because the more people who demand customer service, the more people who demand quality, the better that it'll get here. And I really think that anybody who is a consumer and you're spending your money, you deserve to get exactly what you are paying for. And if someone is improperly handling your situation or something, there needs to be some guideline or some way that you can get justice. And here I am sitting with a 3,000 rupee piece of crinkled paper that looks nothing like me, and it's printed from a computer. I could have done that myself, and it's just not fair. So thank you guys so much for watching, and if you have any experiences like this, please leave it in the comments so other people can see how did you deal with it, what was the result. And if you're not already, please like and subscribe, and I hope to see you back for future videos. Till then, bye.